Hello there, my name is the Flying Rodent, and this is my Let's Play of Skyrim on Legendary difficulty. We are almost at max crafting. We've got one more thing to do, and then we have officially hit max crafting skill, and that is to max out smithing. We have all the materials we need to max out smithing, so once we've done that, the next thing we need are the materials to make all of our late game crafted items. So what we're going to do is we're going to do that. First off, let's max out smithing. Let's go home, see what we have, and then we will jump into it. So, what do you need to max out smithing? You may either, one, run round to all of the merchants on the travelling salesman route and create lots of iron daggers and leather braces, if you wish to do it that way, which is a little bit slower, but doesn't involve taking an extra perk in Dwarven smithing, or you can do the method that I'm about to do, which is to indeed take an extra perk in Dwarven smithing and then use that perk to create a lot of Dwarven bows. Now, one thing that I forgot about actually is that in order to follow through with that method, you also need quite a bit of iron ore to make the Dwarven bows. We're going to make 70 Dwarven bows, which means we need 7 iron ore. So because we don't have that, what we might do is we might make use of one of the travelling salesman routes to procure enough iron ore to do that. So while we're here, we will dump our crafting equipment that we're going to use later in here, which includes things like Dwarven metal ingots, sure, ebony ingots and gems, malachite, silver, that'll do. Alright, so we'll start our route at Falkreath and then work our way towards Whiterun, and hopefully between the 6 smithing merchants along that part of the route we'll get enough iron ore to make enough bows. Iron ingots, I guess. So starting at Falkreath. We're almost there, guys.
Right? Here things have finally calmed down over there.
That's interesting. Yep.
They say Ulfric Stormcloak murdered the High.
Alright. What have we got? Lod?
Feels good. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
We will need to make our late game items some leather and leather strips as well, so we'll just grab those. While we're here, we'll also need some Moonstone, because we're going to be making quite a lot of elven armour, and we will need some corundum ingots if we choose to make chitin heavy armour. We'll get enough for, I believe, that should be enough for 2 heavy sets. We should have enough of ebony, and we definitely have enough Dwarven metal, so that should be enough that we need in that regard. And then in exchange we'll sell you 6 of these. So yeah, we maxed alchemy recently, which means we have a lot of very expensive potions sitting in our inventory, which should be more than enough to cover the materials that we need to make our late game item sets. Alright, next stop, Riverwood.
Heard about you and your honeyed words.
You're nothing but trouble.
You looking for a new... blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs.
Alright, shouldn't need any more leather. We need 23 leather. And so... Yes, so to make one of each of the final sets of late game item sets from chapter 8.1, now that I finally have it in front of me, we need 10 netch leather, 42 chitin plate, 8 corundum, 13 silver or gold ingots for the jewellery if you don't have the jewellery, 21 dragon bones, 9 ebony ingots, 23 leather, 52 leather strips, 23 iron ingots, and this is on top of the 70 iron ingots we need to make the bows. And then 77 Moonstone ingots and around about 50 grand soul gems. So yeah, quite a lot. We'll take stock with what we have when we finally get home, but for now we're just going to splash out on getting all of the iron ore, leather, and leather strips that we see. And if we go over, it really doesn't matter because it's not like we're short on money. Yes, the transition from mid to late game with this character is very much Merchant Simulator if you choose to follow the guide explicitly. If you are to do this yourselves, once again, you do not have to be as honed in on transitioning from mid to late game and maxing out crafting skills by playing Merchant Simulator as I'm doing now. I'm simply trying to do this in the quickest fashion possible, and the quickest fashion possible is to basically make this Merchant Simulator. So, yes. There's no shortcut, unfortunately. Alright.
Don't forget to check inside the shop.
And now I'm over encumbered, which is good and bad. So because we're going to be using this crafting setup to make all of this stuff most likely anyway, we'll use one of these barrels to store the iron ore in. Alright. Actually, you know what, let's just go inside and see what we've got and what we need. Before we do that, let's go in here. Can't make my mind up. We should have enough iron ore by the time we get in here, and then if we need more for the rest of the items, then we can get that later.
Welcome to Warmate. Take a look.
We need 70 iron ore in total, and you've got 18 or 70 iron ingots rather in total, and we should definitely have enough now. Okay, we'll definitely buy the Moonstone. We'll leave all the others for now because that should be enough. There we go. And if we're a bit over, whatever.
Good
Alright.
business.
Cool. Okay, let's go back to our house and take stock with what we have. How much iron have we got? Let's just smelt all this iron ore into ingots, actually. If we do that, can we move? We can if we dump this leather in here, so we'll dump this leather in here for a bit. Smelt the ingots, grab it all when we come back.
Have you met my father? He's a steward up at Dragon's Reach.
Cool.
I help my father in more ways than people realize.
Alright. Okay, and now we're going to get over encumbered no matter what we do. So let's pick up our Dwarven metal stash. Alright, so yeah, we have now enough material to, in theory, yeah, definitely. We now have enough material in theory to get smithing from 30 to 100 in only a few minutes, and we're about to go through that procedure now. So the first thing you will need is all of the smithing attire on. So we'll put our smithing attire on now. The next thing that we're going to need to do that actually is we're going to have to make use of the Aetherial Crown with the Lover's Stone on it, which is something that we didn't actually do last video. So we're going to do that first. We're going to put our iron and our Dwarven ingots back in here, which we will collect in a moment. And what we have to do, because we are trying to maximize smithing experience, we have to do a couple of things first. So we have got the Salo Regent Seeker of Might power active, I believe. Yes, we do. So that means that combat skills, which include smithing, is now 10% more effective. The next thing that we need to do is we need to switch to the Warrior Stone. So let's go down to the Warrior Stone and switch to that now. warrior stone is this one here. Sweet. Then we need to ensure that we get the lover's stone on the ethereal crown. So how do we do that? We now put on the ethereal crown, and then we activate the lover's stone. And so now we should have both the warrior and the lover's stone active at the same time, which we do. And then the final thing that we have to do is we have to rest in an own bed, and that should yield us a total net of 45% bonus experience, which is not to be sneezed at. So given that we own Breezehome, we should be able to do this in one of our beds in Breezehome. If you don't own Breezehome, in Whiterun or anywhere else, you can hire an inn and do this in an inn. Now, the first time I did this on the Switch, I just lived completely out of public containers, and then I used the inn bed to do this. But we discovered through this playthrough that if you decide to do that, and you don't visit a... Now, did I get a well-rested bonus for that? No, I didn't get any rested bonus for that. That was weird. I've noticed this before. Sometimes you just don't get proper rested bonuses from sleeping in beds in your house. Yeah. But you definitely get a well-rested bonus if you sleep in an inn bed. So we might, despite all of this, have to go and sleep in an inn bed. You know what it is? I need to take the crown off. You don't get the well-rested bonus if you're sleeping with the crown on. That's the trick there. So if you sleep with the crown off, then you wake up. And then we should wake up with the well-rested bonus, I believe. So let's just check that. No. It stored the Lover's Comfort bonus on the Ethereal Crown. I mean, it stored the Warrior Stone bonus on the Ethereal Crown, rather. Alright, we have to do this backwards. Alright, I'm going to have to edit that part of the guide. So what you need to do is you need to reset the bonus on the crown, and then you need to activate the Lover's Stone on the crown, and then you need to activate the Warrior's Stone, which is kind of what I've advertised for the other things, but we'll just do that now. So you have the crown on, and then it uses the second last stone. So we're going to go to Thief, and then we're going to go to Mage, and then we're going to go to... Then we're going to go over here to Lover, and then we're going to come back to Warrior, and then we should have the Lover Stone on the crown, and then we can take off the crown. So yeah, I'll be more explicit with that in the guide. So now we get the Lover, and then finally we go back and we get Warrior. Do-do-do. Okay. What's happened now? Maybe I did all that too quickly. Okay, so it says I've got the Warrior. Maybe because I've already used the stone it doesn't come up. So now if I take the crown off, I've still got the Lover's Stone. Okay. That's interesting. So if I now do this, and then I do this, what stones do I have? Maybe I've just done this too quickly. I've got the Mage and Thief. Okay. And then if I take the crown off, I should, in theory, have the Mage Stone left. Yes. Okay. So that part makes sense. So I probably just did it too quickly. Alright, now we go over to the Warrior Stone. I mean the Lover's Stone. And we have to activate this and wait. Very strange. It shouldn't have retained Thief. Anyway, we'll try the Warrior Stone now and see what it does. This wasn't as complicated on the Switch either. So now we have Thief and Lover. If we get the Warrior Stone, we should have Thief. We should have Lover and Warrior, which we do. And then if we remove the crown, we should just be left with Warrior. Correct. Beautiful. Alright. Now we're in business. So, now we go and sleep in an own bed. That was a 15-minute bit that should have taken 2 minutes. Joy. Story of this playthrough, right? Alright. Now we go and sleep in an own bed. Oh, maybe not 15 minutes. 10 minutes. 15 minutes. It's a bit... It's not very charitable. Okay, so we don't have our Ethereal Crown on, which means we don't have the Lover's Comfort. So then if we rest in an own bed, we should wake up feeling well rested, which we don't, for reasons. So because it looks like we can't wake up feeling well rested in our own house, which is very annoying, we're just going to hire a freaking in-bed anyway. So let's go and do that.
You're that one from the college. Heard about it.
I assume if you've patched the game, then this isn't a problem. But hey, unpatched Skyrim.
You look like someone who can hold
If it's
their
working, sure thing. It's yours for a day.
So let's just do the thing that we did when we were a hobo in the previous playthrough anyway. And I'm not having a drinking contest with Sanguine. Alright. Rest here for an hour, wake up, and you feel well rested. There you go. Bob's your Uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Let's get out. Thanks. Cool. Alright, and then we stick the crown back on. And then we have 20 or 15 plus 20 plus 10 equals 45% bonus experience. So all that's left now is to max out smithing. So ingots. Okay, so how are we going to max out smithing? What we're going to do is, now that we have all of our crafted equipment on, except for our alchemy hat, which doesn't matter because we're not using alchemy, so we should have all of our crafted gear, and then we should also have some Fortify Smithing Potions, which are here. Good. So we're going to make 70 Dwarven Bows, and then we're going to improve 70 Dwarven Bows. Now because I'm at 38 smithing, it will take less than 70, but I'll just make 70 anyway, just to show you how to make 70. So Dwarven Bow. Alright, let's go. Actually, you know what? Let's just put 8 iron somewhere so that we definitely only make 70.
Still here. How can I serve you, my thane?
There's a way to get this to go back to 1. I saw someone do it. How do you make it? No, I didn't click that one. I wonder how you make it go back to 1. Maybe you just have to click it, actually. So, if I go to iron, I want to give them to her, and then you click back to 1, and then you move up. I guess that's one way to do it, isn't it? Alright. Cool. Alright. Now we have 79. So, let's mash out 70 bows. So yeah, in 2012 Skyrim, these Dwarven Bows didn't yield as much experience because the amount of experience you got didn't depend so much on the value of the item. But because Dwarven Bows only cost, 3 bits of metal and are worth 270 gold, you make quite a bit of experience just by making the bows. And if you were to smash your way through smithing using the current methods, you could quite literally just make bows alone. But if you've maxed out enchanting and alchemy, then you can also improve them, which is what we're about to do as well. So how do you improve them? You then wander your way over to this little thing here, which is the grindstone. So first off, we're going to drink a potion, Fortify Smithing, and we're going to sit down at the grindstone and we're going to sharpen some bows. Now, I need to figure out the fast way to do this. And because I'm really slow at it, I'm probably just going to do maybe 20 bows and then I'm going to drink another potion. Now we drink another potion, because I'm horribly slow at it. And then we do it all over again. Getting the hang of it. Almost. Alright, one more potion and that'll do it. Bam! And there you go. 38 to 100 smithing in under 5 minutes.
Got some good
Minus all the prep.
I don't claim.
Hooray!
Take a look.
So yeah, we now have officially maxed all the crafting skills. Woohoo! And now we're left with a bunch of extremely heavy bows that we need to figure out what we're going to do with. Ooh, you have 15 Moonstone. Just going to yoink that. So yeah. That's officially all the crafting skills maxed. The next thing is to... So now after you've done this, you're left with a bunch of legendary bows, which do sell for quite a bit. They're on the order of enchanted daggers sort of value. But the problem is that they weigh £10 each. So yeah, you're going to get over encumbered extremely easily. So now that I'm carrying 1,064 pounds, I'm going to dump some of these bows in a barrel. While the level up screen just scrolls past casually. Doody-doo. Cool. Alright. And then what we'll also do is we'll dump the rest of our Dwarven metal in here too, and then we'll be able to move. Almost. Still can't move. What are we still carrying? Moonstone, of course. Alright, so you know what we might do actually. We're going to take everything that isn't a Dwarven bow out of this here crate, and then we're going to head back inside, and then we're going to take stock as to what materials we have to make our late game items. We will need more soul gems, that's a given, but we'll see how much metal we also need. And then from that, we'll figure out how many times we need to go around our travelling salesman routes to make one of each item set advertised in the late game item set part of the guide. We do have a chitin heavy armor and chitin heavy boots, and that will cut down on the amount of chitin plate that we need, because that's one of the ingredients we don't have much. And actually what I might do, I was considering for this run actually maybe using Rallis as our late game follower, which means that I won't be making a late game follower version of the armor, which means that I'm only going to need one set of chitin heavy armor that's improved, which means I'm going to need a lot less chitin plate. So what I might do, we'll do the chitin plate stuff last, but we'll see what else we need. So the stuff for chitin armor that you need is netch leather, corundum, and chitin plate, basically. So we'll leave that alone. We'll put our corundum back. We definitely have enough corundum for what we want to do. Put the iron back. I'll put the iron ore back for now as well. Put the moonstone ore back and the silver. Alright, so what do we have? So we definitely need more chitin plate. We'll need more dragon bones, so we'll need to go and kill more dragons. We should have enough ebony. We need, how are we going for leather? We've got enough leather, we've got enough leather strips. We'll need, probably got enough iron if we smelt all of the iron ore into ingots. We need about 30 more moonstone, or thereabouts. And then we need some more grand soul gems. We need about 40 more grand soul gems. Good fun. Alright. So, you know what we might do? We might just leave the iron ore in here, because we might use that for something else. And we'll just buy iron ingots from the Fletcher across the street. Let's do that first.
Ah, hello, my Nord. Bows and arrows for the mighty huntsman.
There we go. And here's a poison of slow for your troubles. Thank you
very much for your
Alright. And I guess we might as well level up too. So, stamina. We want to get stamina to 200. That's the next thing we've got to do. So once stamina is 200, then you've totally honed in back on health again and just increase that forever. But we would like to get 200 stamina. Alright. What's the next thing we need to do? Other than put the iron back, which we do need to do, is we need to get more moonstone. And we probably need to sell off anything that we don't need to carry as such. So we'll put the iron back. Tempted to sell all these unused soul gems now, because the only soul gems we really need, quote unquote, are filled ones. Filled grands is about all we're interested in now. So I might actually sell them to merchants that we buy grants from. So now we need moonstone and we need grand soul gems. So let's go and look for those. Okay, the time is 12. Good. So what we'll do, I'm not doing that at all. We will put, you can be our selected quest in the event that we go back and do that soon. Alright, we need to hoard a lot of grand soul gems.
I serve Jarl Balgrove as steward.
Yes, we are.
Father says I'm too young to train with the sword, so I practice.
Come to drag. I had you figured for a mage. I think you'll appreciate
All that and no grand soul gems. Alright, well, you can buy them. And this. Cute. And sure, buy that too, because we're not about to use it. Alright.
know if you've got the aptitude. You should join the Mages College.
Alright, so we need lots of grand soul gems, which means we need to visit the soul gem capital of Skyrim, aka the College of Winterhold. Let's go. Alright, we'll wait for all the people to file into their dormitories. And just in case we get any surprise dragon attacks, which I know we haven't had for quite a while, we will put our items on that we use to fight things. Now our inventory is a lot tinier, which is nice. We basically just have a crafting set for smithing and alchemy. We have a crafting set for enchanting. We can probably put the Aetherial Crown back now, to be honest. And then we've got our Jedi fast travel, and then we've got our current little set here. Nice. Alright.
I'm always available. So you
Grand soul gems. What have we got? 2. Thank you. Sure. Cool. Next.
I need your help with something. Something right.
What are you doing walking around? Get back in your dormitory.
Magnus, here, but lost. Take a look.
Whatever. 2 grands. In exchange for some potions.
All right then.
Toft here is spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
Alright, so yeah, this has been quite the merchant simulator, as of the last few videos. But rest assured, if you were to do this in your game, then the end, quote unquote, aka late game crafting gear is in sight. I was hoping that this playthrough would not culminate in this sort of mad rush to sort of hone in on the crafting skills, because then it kind of is a little, it doesn't really make it too much different from any other walkthrough that has a specific objective, unfortunately. But I do kind of want to explain what I want to explain and then end this Let's Play, because I have alluded to the fact that I do have limited time to do all of this, and I would like to try and get this done as quickly as possible, so that I don't leave it hanging, because there is the distinct possibility that I will be left with no time for several weeks to do this. I have been fortunately gifted with quite a lot of free time over the last couple of weeks.
Until next time.
And I don't expect that to happen going forward, because of things happening, so you don't need to make these at all. So yeah, I want to try and explain what I need to explain as soon as possible, and then once I've done that, we'll wrap up the series. Definitely not going to turn this into a Let's Play where I discover every location in the game. We want to be somewhat expedient. Let's go to Rifton. And then we'll go to Markov, and then we'll go back to the college, and we'll just dart between those 3 towns. That sounds like it should be enough.
What do you need? Ezjar Lela's houseguard. I would ask that you
Did we
maintain
have an
respectable
Huh.
distance.
I had you figured for a mage.
And you got some ingredients back. We'll buy them. Why not? And I'll sell you everything that I'm currently not using, which includes all of these. But I'm probably not going to bother filling those up anymore. We'll keep that for the moment. Because we've forgotten to read it. Oh, I don't need to read that. Good. There we go. And now that Aetherial Crown's been revealed, and then I can sell the book. Next. There we go. All the way over to Markov.
Hey, watch it.
Wrong.
I have things to study. Take a look.
Sure. You know, whatever. Next.
What? Oh, goodbye.
So we needed about... Yeah, we need a lot. We might be doing this for quite some time. And if you, dear viewer, would like to break up this monotony in your playthrough, I would suggest maybe buying these across several trips back to town. So hypothetically, if you, in your playthrough, were to, do this in between doing quests as opposed to just trying to rush all of it at the same time, then it wouldn't be as spaced out and all as grindy. Oh, there's the bowl that we did our telekinesis training with. So Toft dear, are you in here during the day? Yeah, you are. Sweet. Hi.
I'm always. Take a look.
I think the others are in the library, if they're not in the Hall of Countenance. But I'm not going to bank on that 100%. I never thought I'd say this, but I miss dragon attacks. I don't know what's happened to them. Maybe it's because I need to return the Horn of Jurgen Windcaller quest. Could be that. Could be something about holding on to this particular quest line. It means that dragon attacks are frozen in time. Anyway. Maybe we'll do that as well. Get the final Fuzz Radar. Shout.
Toft is spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
Couple of grants in exchange for that plus that.
It's
Next.
my pleasure.
You're not here. Okay.
There are spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
Ooh, 4 brands. Thanks, man. Oh, come on. Thanks.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Wonder where he is. Maybe I stuffed his schedule by running into him in the courtyard or something.
Restoration. Take a look.
Not a single grand, damn.
All right then.
And if I waited another hour, would he be back? Yes. Thanks. And the answer is yes. Hi.
The Eye of Magnus. Here, but lost. I wonder what we could... Take a look.
Thanks.
Farewell.
I'm sure you've made note of who's been the most helpful,
Yes, not you. Next. Doody-doo. Should probably be buying materials for our enchanted. We need Moonstone basically, so I should be checking smiths out while I'm running between these two places as well for extra Moonstone. So I'll do that while I'm here as well.
Incantations for those with the talent to
Not
cast.
a single grand. Go away.
Remember, first, then
I mostly deal with petty thievery and robbing doors.
Come to see Balamon perform. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
Right, next. Let's go to High Hrothgar, actually. Oh no, I need the horn first. That means we need to go here. Let's go here.
You need...
Maybe that's what it is, actually. They're not coming back because I haven't done this bit.
You're nothing but trouble.
You're that visible. Attic room, eh? Well, we don't have an attic room, but you can have the one on the left. Make yourself at home. I'm the innkeeper. It's my business to keep track of strangers. So you're the Dragonborn I've been hearing so much about. I think you're looking for this. We need to talk. Follow me.
We got rooms and food. Drink, too. I cook. Ain't much else to tell.
Close the door. Now we can talk.
Doody-doo. Ah, you know what we can do while we're here?
The Greybeards seem to think you're the Dragonborn. I hope they're right. I hope so, but you'll forgive me if I don't assume that something's true just because the Greybeards say so. I just handed you the Horn of Jurgen Windcaller. Does that make me Dragonborn too? I didn't go to all this trouble on a whim. I needed to make sure it wasn't a Thalmor trap. I am not your enemy. I already gave you the horn. I'm actually trying to help you. I just need you to hear me out. Like I said in my note, I've heard that you might be Dragonborn. I'm part of a group that's been looking for you. Well, someone like you, for a very long time. If you really are Dragonborn, that is. Before I tell you any more, I need to make sure I can trust you. If you don't trust me, you were a fool to walk in here in the first place.
True.
Yes, we're very old enemies. And if my suspicions are correct, they might have something to do with the dragons returning. But that isn't important right now. What is important is that you might be Dragonborn. We remember what most don't, that the Dragonborn is the ultimate dragon slayer. You're the only one that can kill a dragon permanently by devouring its soul. Can you do it? Can you devour a dragon's soul? Good, and you'll have a chance to prove it to me soon enough. Dragons aren't just coming back. They're coming back to life. They weren't gone somewhere for all these years. They were dead, killed off centuries ago by my predecessors. Now something's happening to bring them back to life, and I need you to help me stop it. I know they are. I visited their ancient burial mounds and found them empty, and I figured out where the next one will come back to life. We're going to go there, and you're going to kill that dragon. If we succeed, I'll tell you anything you want to know.
And where are we going?
Kynesgrove. There's an ancient dragon burial near there. If we can get there before it happens, maybe we'll learn how to stop it. I need to get into my traveling gear. Give me a minute and I'll be ready.
Alright. Well, we might as well kill this dragon, because we need dragon bow. And it might mean the dragons start randomly attacking cities again, which is, not anymore, again, because I haven't been. And if that happens, then it means we get a fresh supply of dragon bows coming in, and it'll make things a little bit more interesting in towns, I guess. It'll spice up the merchant simulator. Alright, let's go to Kynesgrove. Here's a location I prepared earlier. Yep.
No, you don't want to go up there. A dragon, it's attacking.
Well, I don't know. Not yet. It flew over the town and landed on the old dragon mound. I don't know what it's doing up there, but I'm not waiting around to find out.
Huh?
A random clump of dead stormcloaks that die in front of you appeared. Doody doody doo. See, I'm not sure where Delphine is, so I'm just gonna do this and hope she shows up. Oh, hi. Hey. Fight! Oh, there's Delphine. And he's already ran out. He's already run out of magic. Lol. Sucked in. Yeah. And time for you to crash. Where will we crash today? Hopefully nowhere far away. Did it. Oh no!
So you really are...
One dragon bone. What a ripoff.
I owe you some answers, don't I? Go ahead. Whatever you want to know. Nothing held back.
Who are you and what do you want
with
of me?
Members of the Blades. A very long time ago, the Blades were dragon slayers, and we served the Dragonborn, the greatest dragon slayer. For the last 200 years since the last Dragonborn emperor, the Blades have been searching for a purpose. Now that dragons are coming back, our purpose is clear again. We need to stop them. Exactly.
And that was not the option that I wanted to click, so I'm just going to skip through you so we can get to the bottom option, which I still can't select because the mouse controls are shit. Let's try that one. It's actually insane how poorly these were adapted to PC. There we go.
The Thalmor are our best lead. If they aren't involved, the faction...
Anyway, so for people that have played the main quest before, the next step of this part of the main quest is to go and visit the Thalmor, and they are near Solitude, and they have an embassy there. You can sneak in and do some sneaky things there. We probably won't do too much more of the main quest in this playthrough, but what we will do is we'll deliver the horn to High Hrothgar to get the last Fuzradash out, and then hopefully we'll see some dragon attacks happening in towns again, and then we'll go back to buying and collecting materials for our late game crafted sets.
Retrieved the Horn of Jurgen Windcaller. Well done. You have now passed all the trials. Come with me. It is time for us to recognize you formally as Dragonborn. You are ready to learn the final word of unrelenting. That which means
Surely we must be close to learning 1 illusion point. Yeah. Ah, you know what we can do actually to speed up the process of learning illusions? We can put this funky crown on. Funky crown.
With all 3 words together, this shout is much more powerful. Use it wisely. Stand between us, prepare yourself. Few can withstand the unbridled voice of the Greybeards, but you are ready.
Didn't even make it into the middle of the square. Oh well. My favourite part about this is the fact that you're supposed to be this all-powerful, all-sound-withstanding Dragonborn that is withstanding this sonic assault, but Lydia's kind of just chilling in the background. She's like, yeah, cool, I can withstand it too. They didn't really think that part through, did they?
You have tasted the voice of the Greybeards and passed through.
I mean, technically she tasted it too. I'm pretty sure that would have like reverberated in her head as well. But yeah, logics. So yeah, that's that part done. And we go back to buying crafting materials. Cool. Alright, what time is it? It is whatever. It's time to go and visit the College of Winterhold. We gonna get any dragon attacks? Where the hell is everyone? Oh.
If you have a moment,
We're in this hall, of course. Oops. So Toft here will be doing something creepy and weird, no doubt, and be hanging out near one of the freshmen, if he's not in here.
Good to see. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast.
It doesn't even have a Grand Soul Gem, bastard. Next.
I'm quite pleased that we're back to business. Certainly nothing illicit going on here, Archmage. You can be quite sure of that.
I wonder what we could have done. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them. Farewell.
These guys are being very disappointing with their lack of Grand Soul Gems. Actually, you know what? I wonder if it's been 2 in-game days since I've been here. It could well not have been 2 in-game days since I accessed all of the inventories. Yeah, none of them have Grand Soul Gems, so I feel like there hasn't been enough time passed. Oops. Alright. So, to get past that little hiccup, we're going to now go via Markov, and then back to Rifton, and then come back here.
to cease. Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
Finally, someone with Grand Soul Gems.
What? Oh,
Hey, watch it!
Hey, watch it.
Take my advice.
Get out of the way then. Next.
Did we have an appointment? So, you wish to master the arcane arts. Okay. Now where did I put those spiders? Excuse my disorganization, but I'm in the middle of some delicate experiments.
Come to see what brings you to Balamut today? The finest weapons and armor.
Cool. Back to the college, and hopefully now they got the gems back.
You need
I'm always... Take a look.
Always available to stare at sleeping freshmen.
Until next time.
Yep.
Toft is... So, you wish to master the arcane arts? Until next time.
So yeah, in the process of doing this, you'll get a lot of speech because we are playing the merchant simulator, and we are selling expensive items, and selling expensive items is a great way to increase speech skill. Not that that really means that much at this stage of the game, because it's not like we really need to increase speech for persuasion check purposes, and it's not like we are short of money. But it's a thing that happens. And I apologise again if, or I apologise I guess first if I'm not really commentating much in this video. We're sort of going through the motions at this point because we very much just want to get enchanting and alchemy and smithing and crafting in general out of the way, because this part of Skyrim is the part of Skyrim that I never really enjoyed. The part where you run around and routinely gather ingredients and try and grind your way through skills. I much preferred. We finally get a dragon attack. And of course it happens when I run onto the fucking roof. Alright. Please don't run into the town of Winterhold. I don't feel like following you. But, I guess dragon attacks are finally a thing again. So this dragon doesn't feel like landing. There we go. You gonna land? Fat flying damage sponges. As long as this one drops 3 bones instead of 1, I'm happy. Yeah, this dragon's been quite nice at the moment. It's not deciding to fly off into the town. Usually when you come onto the roof, they like land all the way up there and do stupid stuff of that caliber, and they're very frustrating to deal with. But this time, it's been quite nice in landing in convenient spots, like there or there or there. So hopefully it keeps that up. And we are a Nord. With frost-resistant boots on, so we don't care about Ancient Dragon Breath, despite the fact that it's legendary difficulty if they're breathing frost magic at us at the moment. We have about 45% magic resistance, I think. Actually, no, we don't have that, because we got rid of it. So we actually could be resisting it even more if we bothered to take the 3 magic resistance perks from the Alteration School. I haven't bothered to replenish them. Suffice to say, we don't really care about frost damage anymore. We're going to land, though. There we go. I think we got it below the threshold. Yeah, we did. Cool. Let's some more to finish it off. Three Dragonborns. Not complaining. Alright, next. Actually, wait for the soul to go away. Kill, next. We must be pretty close to the amount of Grand Soul Gems we need now, actually. So I don't think we were carrying any with us from what we had in the house. I think this is just all what we've bought. So we probably have close to enough now. Come to think of it.
I'm Calcelmo's nephew. I help him around.
So what I might do is we might
spells and incantations.
just make sure that we have enough Moonstone now, and then go back home and take stock as to what we need. So for that, we'll head to Whiterun. And wait for the smith to get back. Thank you.
Got some good people. The finest weapons and armor. Don't forget to check inside the shop if you need anything.
We've got small weapons. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage? Good doing business with you.
Cool. Alright. What have we got left?
Yes.
You know what we haven't done? We haven't been here for 10 in-game days, have we? So our fucking leather disappeared. I hope we got all of that out of the barrel. Do we have enough leather? Did we get all that out of the barrel? Yeah, we did. Alright. No on our luck. Alright. So, what do we need? Yeah, we just need a little bit more Moonstone, I think, and then we officially have everything that we need. So, if we get all the Moonstone ore and the Moonstone out of here, so we need 77 Moonstone to make everything that we need, and there's 50 Moonstone here, and of course we're over encumbered, but we can put some of our dragons things back. So that means, yeah, dragon bones and dragon scales can go back in here. And we might have to go and buy a bit more Moonstone. That's not the end of the world. So how much Moonstone do we have now? I think we got 53. Need about another 20 or so. Alright, it's 2:55 PM. We probably at least have time to go to Riverwood, but we probably don't have time to go to both Riverwood and Falkreath. So we'll run up to Mr. Yorlan Greymane, get his lot of Moonstone, and then we'll go back down to Riverwood. And then we'll go straight from there over to Rifton. I think Yorlan sells Moonstone. We're about to find out anyway.
Got a lot of steel to shape. Gods be praised.
Sweet.
There's been another dragon attack. Blades, helmets, pretty much anything to suit your needs. Aye.
Cool. Back down to Rifton. Alright, so yeah, what do we need in the way of Grand Soul Gems? Probably need a few more, so we'll wait a bit. And then for good measure, we'll go to the College of Winterhold again, because why not? Just in case we need more.
Did we have an spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them?
You know what we will need actually to complete the crafted item set. We'll need a chaos enchantment. We haven't got a chaos enchantment yet. The chaos enchantment is a weapon enchantment that is very expensive and can be fortified by a bunch of perks. If you choose to take the perks, we haven't taken them. But to get the enchantment, you can get that on the Dragonborn mainland. You can get that Dragonborn mainland. You can get that for a Dragonborn quest if you do March of the Dead, which we still need to do. So maybe what we will do to finish off this video is we'll go and complete March of the Dead, and then we'll do that right at the end once we are absolutely sure that we have enough of everything else to make all of our crafting sets, and then we can absolutely say for sure that we have all of the things that we need. Another thing that we might do is check that we have all of the Fortify enchanting effects that we need to make everything, because I haven't bothered to check that for a while either. So it would be worth doing that. Fortify. The enchanting effects full stop. I'm pretty sure we have all the enchanting effects that we need for all of the items, but I guess I don't know 100% for sure. So let's just go to Solstheim now. Now, I don't think I need to loot or carry too much, but in the event, I'm still holding Zephyr. In the event that I do, Lydia can just hold on to my Moonstone. So we needed 77, and we're holding 78, so we definitely have enough Moonstone. One thing we will need is Netch Leather and Chitin Plate. So we've got Chitin Heavy Armor and Chitin Boots. We might just wait for the shops to open before we head off and do March of the Dead. I think all the shops here open around about 8-ish, 8 to 9-ish.
If you're looking for any exotic ingredients, so you're interested in my potions and ingredients?
In case they come in handy.
Want to buy anything? Everything I've got on display, really.
Cool.
If you need any supplies, you know where to find
Glover Mallory's the name. Looking to protect yourself or deal some damage?
Looking to buy your chitin plate. And chitin... I think I've already got... whatever, we'll buy them both. I can't remember what I've got. Pretty sure I've got all those enchant effects anyway. And we'll sell you one of them and one of them, sure. Alright.
Tell Crushes he... or give that axe back to me, or else.
I'm right behind you. I am at your command.
Okay. You can have my chitin heavy armor I just bought. How good's that hat? Yeah. We have everything on except for... I would normally wear the mage set. Cool. Alright, let's go and complete March of the Dead by heading into Fort Frostmoth. So what is Fort Frostmoth? Well, if you had played Morrowind, Fort Frostmoth was the main Imperial settlement in Skyrim at the time of Morrowind. The main Imperial settlement in Solstheim in the time of Morrowind. And then Raven Rock was the new colony. But 200 years later, Raven Rock, of course, has become the major colony, and Fort Frostmoth is just a relic. So we are now going to visit that relic and hopefully find a Chaos enchantment, and then I think after that we're going to head back to the mainland and call it a video. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to set this as the quest so that we are definitely heading in the right direction. Alright, let's go. Ooh, and these are the niches. They're a little bit smaller than they were in Morrowind, and there were bull and betty niches in Morrowind. They dispensed with that idea in Dragonborn, and there's just niches. Yeah, just like random floating jellyfish. Because reasons. So yeah, this is Fort Frostmoth, and it's littered with Ashspawn, and they're going to be annoying to get rid of, but hopefully we can get in and out in a reasonable amount of time. We'll find out. One down. Next. No. Yeah? No. Jump. Guess not. We're running the long way in, are we? How the hell do you get in? There's a door. Of course there's a door.
Men, an invader has entered the fort. Prepare yourselves for an ambush. Fort Frostmoth will never fall. Long live the Empire!
That's a lot of ash spawn. Let's just summon you again. Oi. Help, next. Here we go. We are a little bit spoilt with our Beavis and Butthead at this stage of the game. Don't really need to worry about much. That one's a skirmisher. Once again, apologies for not really saying too much in this video. We are quite tired and we are trying to do our best to get one of the more boring parts of the playthrough out of the way quickly. There's kind of no way around it, unfortunately. Oop, that's not what we want to do. We want to find the key. I don't think it's in here either. I think it's on one of the ash spawn, or it's somewhere else, but we're unlocking this room now because we feel like that's a good use of our time, and it may well not be. Oh, damn. Fuck up. Ah, so close. So one frame off that. Sweet. I don't know why we're really bothering to loot this stuff at this point. We kind of just want to get to the end. So how do we get to the end? We need to go through here, I think, and then to get through there. Or maybe we don't. Maybe that's the bit at the end. Let's run through here. No, it's not the bit at the end. We need the key that's in here. That's right, and the key that's in here can be found in this cool little knapsack. And we'll just loot everything, because why not? You read this cool journal, and you find out that the people of the fort have been experimenting with necromancy to try and revive the journal. Revive the general. This is the journal. And he won't listen to the necromancer's commands. And then he experiments with himself. And I guess he deadens. Alright, how are we going with fighting these here little skirmishes? Alright, next. I guess another thing, the ash spawn are kind of meant to be reminiscent of the ash monsters in Morrowind, somewhat as well. They have a different origin, obviously, because the Ash Monsters and Morrowind were meant to be related to Daggerthir. Alright, that is the general, so we will take him out. Now, he actually hits pretty hard. He can kill your Dremora pretty quickly, the old general. So we might have to summon a few Dremora in here. Yeah, there we go. Just axed one of my Dremora. He is a tanky boy. He's also spending all of his effort blocking fucking attacks and dying as a result. So, not complaining, but you could do worse. Right, and then we check his weapon, and it has the old Chaos enchantment on it. 50% chance to do 3 types of damage. Sweet. Alright. Here endeth the place. And then we check this, and loot all that, because that's what you do when you come to the end of a dungeon. And then we walk out here, and we fast travel back to Raven Rock and deliver the quest. And we can't. Can we fast travel back to Raven Rock? Yeah, we can. Good. That means we clear the whole place out. Hooray! Alright, and then we go to the Yorkshireman to let him know the news. Where's Mr. Yorkshireman?
What news do you bring from Fort Frostmoth? I had my suspicions that he was undead. How else could he have survived for over 200 years? It's a shame. There are quite a few tales of General Curious' exploits, including the founding of Raven Rock. Councillor Morvain told me to give this to you if you made it back in one piece.
And that's Dragon.
Better than a soldier's pay, so you should be thankful. What's that?
So let's end the video by killing a dragon. Why not? But the dragon is not actually fighting anything in the town. They are instead fighting a bunch of stuff that spawns outside the town, because that's what dragons do, right? Alright, so yes, we will end the video with a... What the heck? That's a werebear. Okay. Why not? Oh, cool. And I died. Alright. Anyway, we just fast travelled to Raven Rock, so hopefully that malarkey won't happen again. We're almost there.
What news do you bring from Fort? I had my suspicions that he was undead. How else could he have survived for over 200 years? I had my suspicion. It's a shame. Councillor, better than a soldier's pay, so you should be thankful.
No dragon? Alright, back to the mainland.
Captain Gjallan does the business around here. I'm just a
Okay, one more visit to the college for good measure, eh?
Toft here. So, you wish to master the arcane arts?
Sure.
Until next time.
Spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
Oh,
Take a look.
right up the top. Yep.
All right then.
There are few spells and incantations for those with the talent to cast them.
Buy the Grand Soul Gem, sell the potion. Repeat.
Restoration is... So you wish to master the arcane arts?
Sure, you can have that. Alright, so now...
Right behind you.
Let's go back home and take stock with what we have.
Enchanting, sir.
Alright.
Still here. How can I serve you, my Thane?
Oh, she can keep her dwarven hat. That was her old hat. Okay, so, according to the guide, if you were to make one of each type of item set from the final chapter, you would need 10 netch leather, 42 chitin plate, 8 corundum. That is required for the chitin heavy stuff, and we're going to end up making less chitin heavy stuff than we would normally. Plus, we have a set of boots, a heavy helmet, and a heavy armor all ready to go. As for chitin plates, we currently have 13. I'm going to assume that we have enough chitin plate ore and corundum to at least make one full set of chitin heavy armor at this point, and that is all we need. So we will leave that as is. Then we need 13 silver or gold. The reason for that is so that we have enough jewelry. We do have, it looks like, around about 7 or 8 silver and gold ingots put together, and we have a bunch of jewelry sitting in our cabinet, so we should be fine there. Then we need 21 dragon bones. We have 18 dragon bones, so we probably need to kill another dragon or two. So in order to get enough dragon bones for everything that we need, that is not the end of the world. Then we need 9 ebony ingots. We have 10 ebony ingots, so we are good there. Then we need 23 leather and 52 leather strips. We have enough there. Then we need 77 moonstone, and we have currently 78 moonstone. Boom. So we're fine there. And then we need 49 grand soul gems, and we have 55 grand soul gems. So, in conclusion, we should have enough stuff to make one of each type of item for the late game crafting sets. We are going to, or the crafted items in the late game sets. We're going to do that next video. We are quite tired. We spent almost 2 hours grinding ingredients and running between shops. There was not much action in this video. I apologize, guys, but this was unfortunately one of those necessary grinding videos, and I opted to do it while I was tired. So we're going to leave it there. And hopefully next video will be more entertaining. Alright, we're going to save. Alright, thank you very much, guys, and I hope you have a great day.
More inside.